All right. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for jumping on with me. Hope you're having an awesome Saturday. So, today we're going to talk about the 10 steps to success. So, what we're specifically going to start with the first one of the 10. By the way, my name is Jeremy Jenkins, for those that don't know me, and I appreciate you joining me today. And I hope you get some real value out of what we're going to talk about, because these 10 steps that we're going to talk about have really helped me to achieve great success. I've been doing, this network marketing thing for over 20 years, and about 10 years into it is when I was, introduced to these 10 steps by a mentor, by a leader that I was able to have the fortune to meet. And he showed me, this is how you do it. And once I understood these 10 steps, it clicked, right? And it made it so that I was able to go from, I was only making a few $100s a month to where I was making thousands, right? Thousands of dollars a month and much more. And I got to a six-figure income and all of that, thanks to these 10 steps. Now, these are, pretty universal, right? I think we've all heard, about each one of them, but never in this order and never in this way. So we're going to go through each of the 10 steps over the next 10 weeks. That's the plan, is that I will, go over step one today, and then next Saturday we'll do step two, and so on. And by the time we get done, you will now be ready to go out and apply them, right? And applying the 10 steps in your own business will help you to really achieve what you're trying to do with your business. So let's go ahead and dive into step number one here. Step one is defining your why. Now, there's a reason that this is step number one, right? The reason is because without a why, without a reason, motivation to be doing this, you're going to end up giving up, right? That is what happens in all of business, and especially with network marketing. The people just give up, right? The reason people don't make a lot of money is because they give up too soon, right? It takes time to be able to go out and find the right people, and see who's going to do what, and work with those that are the workers and the leaders, and try and motivate those that aren't. But and it's just, it's a process, right? And it takes time to build it up. And most people are set up to think like a job, right? Where, I go and I get my job, and in 2 weeks I'm getting paid, right, immediately. And and that's okay, right? We all need to do that. That's how most people start out, is just doing this part-time. They do it on the side while they have their main source of income, and they build up towards it, right? They build up to a point where eventually, at some moment in their life, they are making more with their business than they are with their job. And so, naturally they move on, right? And they can quit their job and have all the freedom that we talk about. So to get there, though, can take months. It could take years. It depends on you and your skills and how much time you can dedicate to it, and really do it. But that whole period of where you're actually making money, from now until you're actually making money, that can be hard. And there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be moments where you just want to give up. You want to throw in the towel. You want to, you're so frustrated, you just want to keep going. So you have to have your why. You have to define it. You have to know what you're doing this for, so that when those hard times come, when people tell you no, when somebody drops out and quits on you or whatever, you don't give up, right? You don't say, "Oh, this isn't going to work," and then a lot of people will either they'll give up completely, or they'll just bounce to the next thing that they find, hoping that it'll be better over there, and then it ends up being the same, right? And so, without a why, without a real reason to stick around, that's why people fail. So let's talk about that. Why are we here, right? And it could be as simple as this: you feel like the economy could get bad and not improve that much, right? Or maybe your job just doesn't seem that safe, or maybe you already lost your job, or maybe you just lost complete control of your financial future. What about maybe just wanting to take control of your finances and be your own boss? Or how about wanting to spend more time with your family, having that time freedom, right, to create those memories? Or what is it that you're looking for? Do you really want more time, with your family, to be your own boss? Is that enough? Is that motivating enough? Do you want to, decide if you work today or not? What about being able to take vacations at the time you want to take them and not when you get permission from your boss, right? Or what about driving that car that you like, well, not the one that's within your budget, right? Or how about, getting into that house of your dreams, or maybe being able to help out, right? And the people of your church, your neighborhood, your community. Could be any of those things. But you know what? Even that maybe isn't enough to just kind of define it in general terms, right? No, you got to do something beyond that. Okay, you got to make your vision so clear that your fears become irrelevant. Okay, that's what I mean. That it needs to be something that that you may have heard. You need to have a why that makes you cry. Okay, and so what does that mean? Well, it really is defining that path. It really is, like it says here, if you don't have it completely written down and defined, and maybe a dream board or something, you'll lose your way, right? People lose their way when they lose their why. That's what happens. And so we've got to really do it. We've got to define it and make it so big that once you've got it, you will then find your how, right? It has to be something so powerful that it will get you up in the morning and keep you motivated, even when people are turning you down. Okay. And it could be this. So this is for me, right? How I defined it. I didn't just say, "Oh, I want to go and get a new car," right? And that'd be nice. But I defined it. I said, no, these are the cars I'm getting. Okay. So I need a really nice, comfortable Infiniti CX3, right? That's my goal. I want to have super comfortable, nice, fancy, beautiful. It's going to be silver, like you see there in the picture. That is my dream right there. And then I'm getting a Chevy Colorado, and I want it blue, just like that. It's kind of like a blue teal, right? But anyway, no, I love it. I love the Chevy Colorado. I didn't want something too big. I had a Silverado before, but no, it was too much. I need a Colorado, right? Chevy Colorado, and just something small, has enough to carry some things around, but still some good gas mileage, and I want it that color, and oh wow, that's my dream. So you know what I do? I have those two cars printed out and stuck up on my wall right by my computer, so I see it every day. And when things go good, I go, yeah, I'm that much closer to getting my dream car. When things go bad, I say, well, that's okay, because I'm still working. I'm still going to go because I still have to get that, right. I'm going to get my Chevy Colorado, and it's going to be awesome. And then, of course, travel, right? That's the other thing I have on my dream board. I have this picture because I want to go do all that, right? I've never been to the Eiffel Tower. I've never been to England to see Big Ben. I've never been to Egypt to see the pyramids, and that's something I want to do. I absolutely have that on my bucket list, right? This is my why. I want to go to Egypt and see the pyramids. I think that'd be so cool and so fun. And so, yeah, when things get tough, I just look at that picture and go, yep, this is why I'm here. This is why I'm doing it. This is why I keep plugging away every single day, no matter what, even when it gets hard, even when there's challenges, I'm still going to do it because I know it can work. Why? Because I've seen it. I see other people have done it, right? I've seen other people that have gone from where they couldn't even afford internet at their house, so they had to go to a McDonald's, right, and use the internet at McDonald's, and then a year later, next thing I know, they're making six-figure income, right? I've seen it. I know it can work. It happens. It's all about defining your why. And then here's the big one for me. New home. This is something I've dreamed of. This is something my wife really wants to do. We had the chance to visit San Miguel de Allende in Mexico, and it's one of the most beautiful places you could ever visit. Like seriously, it's so awesome. And that's where we want to retire. We just want to be able to go and get ourselves a little villa, right, in San Miguel, and retire there, and just let it's awesome. Cost of living absolutely amazing, beautiful, safe, clean. The weather's always perfect, and it's just yeah. That's where we're gonna go. So that's my wife, right? We're gonna get our new home in San Miguel de Allende, and that's where we're going to spend our golden years. So that is my why. That's what keeps me motivated. That's what defines who I am, and keeps me going even when times get hard. And then, of course, the time freedom, right? Being able to spend more time with the kids, going golfing, and going to different activities with them, creating those memories. I just I can't stand it when there's something going on. One of my kids is doing something, and I have to ask permission, right, from my boss. Oh, and you think you can, let me have this time off? And oh, well, let's check with the colleagues, and let's see, who's doing what, and if we can let you go do it. And it's like it's so frustrating. I just want to be able to just go, right, and spend time with them. So how does it work? Well, it's by becoming wealthy, right? It's not just being rich, okay? Being rich is having money, but being wealthy is having options, right? That's what it's all about, okay? It's so much more than money. It's freedom, right? It's having time. That is what we really want. Wealth is not defined by just having, $100,000 in the bank. No, it is allowing us to know that $100,000 will continue to grow and will continue to duplicate, so that we don't have, because and you could spend $100,000 pretty quick, actually, if you didn't have other sources of income coming in to replace it, right? So that's what we're talking about, is getting that financial freedom so that we can find true peace and joy in our lives. And then, of course, the last piece is being able to then go out and change the world, right? So here's another why. This is something, this actually comes from my wife. When she's from Mexico, and when she grew up, she loves animals, dogs and cats and all that. And she was always getting the stray dogs out off the street and bringing them home, and and them, and cleaning them up and everything. And so one of her reasons is that she wants to have like a shelter, right? Some kind of a rescue kind of thing. And that's her goal. So when we get to San Miguel in Mexico, she wants to be able to do that, where she can, hire people to go and get the stray dogs and stray cats and everything, and take care of them, and clean them up, and get them out to people so they can have an actual home. And that's just her goal. That's her reason. And so it's kind of one of those things where I'm doing all the work, right, with the network marketing, but she lets me she lets me do it. She lets me. It's kind of, this is my hobby, right? This is my time is spent doing that, and she's okay with it, because she knows that that's what we're going to do together, right? And we're going to fulfill one of her whys, one of her reasons to do this. And so yeah, and it's cool. It's cool that we're on the same page, and she supports me in it. And even though she's not a professional networker at all, but she supports me in it. And it's because we're going to go and try and change the world, even if it's just helping a few dogs and cats, right? But we're going to try and leave a legacy. We're going to try and make a difference for people across the world. Because that's the other thing that's cool about this is, you do it for yourself and your causes, but at the same time, by doing it, you're helping others do the same, right? You're lifting up others so that they can get out of poverty, and they can find a solution, and they can start making money too. So here's the answer, right? Go get it. It's not about perfect, it's about effort. And when you implement that effort into your life every single day, that's where transformation happens. That's how change occurs. You keep going, right? You remember why you started. And when the why is clear, the how is easy. And when you know your why, you can endure any how, right? So don't look for motivation, find your why, and then no excuses will come between you and your goals. No matter how slow you go, you are still lapping everybody else on the couch. So with that, thanks for joining me today. Hopefully that was motivational and helpful. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this presentation. I know it was kind of short, but the first step, it's short. It's just define your why. Go print out those images, go define who you are and why you're all doing this. And then from there, we can go and do the rest of the 9 steps that are coming and make sure that they get done. So with that, I'll let you get back to your Saturday. Thanks so much. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.